This part back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 5 of Vinland Saga. It's been a dope first 5 episodes. These 5 episodes have been some of the dopest shit I've seen so far, as far as pacing and just how they're dealing with the characters. But before I get into this review, I would like y'all to hit that like button if you enjoyed this episode or if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to me if you're new. I'd appreciate it, trying to get to 400. And with all that being said, follow me on Twitter also. With all that being said, let's get right into this review. I really like the way this episode started off. We have Thorfinn still on the ship that, Asgard and all of them and his people stole from Thor after his death, and just let his people kind of go and whatnot, go back to their village. I really like that they took the time within the first kind of 10 minutes to really not even have Thorfinn say anything, but you really get to take in the atmosphere and just the attention to detail. And I just loved how the animation looked in this, just all the colors that popped when you saw Thorfinn in the woods and whatnot, all the yellows and all the greens and all the different colors, and just the way the water looked. It was just really breathtaking. I really like the way that this whole series is animated. It's not too dark, but they have a lot of things in the background will make everything else pop, make the characters pop. But we really get to see Thorfinn trying to survive on his own, and this is a child, and he's away from his family. He's following Aslan and his people, and just living by himself. He even gets a moment where he had a chance to kill Aslan in his sleep and kind of hesitated and just went off. And Aslan, I know I'm probably butchering his name, I'm not sure, but he's a very interesting villain. I like these type of villains, that they're very mysterious, and they're not kind of what's the word I'm looking for, predictable, because at any moment he could have just killed Thorfinn easily. But it's just like he respects Thor so much that he's willing to let his son live, which I find really interesting about his character. And he kind of gives Thorfinn at the end of this episode some motivations, and we get a little glimpse of what Thorfinn and his older sister's going through, and his mother Helga's kind of torn up about it. I liked how his older sister was dealing with it, how she kind of acted nonchalant about the news of her father dying, and she knew she had to step up, but she couldn't. She knows that death hurt her and it affected her more so Thorfinn, because he's sitting there trying to survive, killing animals by himself, not really relying on anybody. He's teaching himself how to fight, and he's just got this deep hatred for Aslan and his people for killing his father, and he has that vengeful aura about him, and it's really dope. And I really like how they're telling this story. They're taking their time, they're not rushing it. So when we get to by the time we get to him becoming an adult, or however old he's going to be, where we see him in the credits or something like that. I think it's gonna be a really good payoff. I'm glad that they're taking the time on it. I'm cool with them. I would be even cool if we just got the first 12 episodes of him as a kid, so you could really see that develop. Even if they like maybe 10, the first 10, and then we get the grown-up version of Thorfinn and seeing what type of man he's going to become, because the direction he's going, he's just like his father as far as like a Viking, but his personality is completely different. His motives and what drives him are different. And like I said, I really liked everything about this episode. I like everything. I like the direction that this whole series is going. I'm not bored. I'm always like, my face is stuck to the screen. It's just like, I like the minor things in the background. The animation is amazing. Wit Studios, man, they're amazing, bro. Like, I just can't wait to see more of this story progress and see what other villains or characters or heroes or companions that Thorfinn's gonna run into. And it's just like, it's just a full-fledged adventure, pretty much. It's a different type of revenge story. I'm really loving this series. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this whole entire episode, because I thought this was a very, very good episode. It's holding my attention. I can't wait to see what they do next week. But until the next video, I'll check y'all out later. Peace.
When I was young, I thought that success was all I needed. That's what was gonna bring the happiness. Buying my mom a house, being the fame, the accolades, having people say, yo, you are the best in the game. I thought those would be the things that would bring happiness. And then when those things came, the happiness wasn't there. And I realized why that was. There was such an attempt to achieve these things and to keep going that you lose sight of the people and the blessings that you have around.